Welcome to Thursday's edition of Take 5 minutes of the Lord's teaching and Sermon on the Mount, and see if they don't have some sort of connection with our lives today. I hope you're getting things out of this. We already began talking. We're just beginning Sermon on the Mount, chapter 6. Sermon on the Mount goes through chapter 5, 6, and 7. We're already talking about, okay, will we continue this after we're done with Sermon on the Mount? And I like doing it if it is connecting with you that are watching it. So drop me a note every now and then. I'd like to know that somebody's watching and enjoying this, or at least finding spiritual help from this. Share it with your friends if you like. So we will come to that decision when we get to the end of chapter 7. Looking at some interesting things now in the Sermon on the Mount that deal with religious activity. Jesus just got done teaching a whole section about the heart, where it's not just the obedience to the external law, don't commit adultery, don't murder, but he goes to the heart of the matter. It's about anger, it's about lust. So the tendency might be to think, okay, so since it's all about the heart, then the spiritual practices, the spiritual disciplines don't really matter, right? It's just what's in your heart. Oh, they do matter. And in the next few days, we will be dealing with some of the things that Jesus deals with regarding spiritual practices or disciplines. Giving of your money, praying, and then eventually we'll get to fasting. Because in his section on praying, that's where we are introduced to the Lord's Prayer, Our Father, who art in heaven. So spiritual practices are very, very important. They need to come from the heart. There's nothing righteous or religious just by doing it, whether it's giving money or praying. It has to be a reflection of the heart. And so we're going to deal with the giving today. And in many ways, what you'll see is Jesus is forcing us, when we do our religious activities, giving, praying, it forces us not just to ask, what are we supposed to do? Well, you're supposed to pray, and here are the words you're supposed to say. And the what's important, do it. Jesus forces us, like the heart issue before, he forces to go deeper to the question, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I giving? Why am I praying? So keep that in mind. The what's important, but Jesus takes us beyond the what to the why we do it. Here's the words. Matthew 6, 1 through 4. Jesus says, beware of practicing your righteousness, your religious activities. Beware of practicing your righteousness before other people in order to be seen by them. What's your why? I'm doing this so people can see me. I do my religious activities so that everyone can say, wow, what a spiritual guy that guy is. That's the why. In order to be seen by them, for then you will have no reward from your Father who is in heaven. In other words, if you want the applause, and you're getting the applause of men, then go for it, and you're going to get your applause. But don't expect the Lord to be pleased at all. You won't get the reward. Verse 2. Thus, when you give, now he's going to get to a specific spiritual practice. When you give to the needy, you got to love Jesus' sense of humor. Sound no trumpet before you. In other words, he wants you to picture, okay, you're going to give to the needy, but so that everybody can see it, you're going to have Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass or some other brass concerto playing so that everyone says, wow, look what he gave. No, don't do it. That's what the hypocrites do in the synagogues. We're going to run out of time. Tomorrow, we'll talk a little bit about that whole idea of hypocrite and what Jesus is referring to. As the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, so that they'll be praised by others. Truly I say to you, they've received their reward. But when you give to the needy, here's what he says. Don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Just give. So that your giving may be in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will greatly reward you. As you practice your religious activity, ask why. And part of the why is you ask it when you give, which, by the way, since I'm leading Trinity, our giving at Trinity has even been strong during COVID, so thank you for that. The Lord assumes you're going to give. A tithe is 10%. That's another topic. But He assumes you give. But the why you give, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. In other words, give and forget about yourself and people applauding you. So therefore, forget about the audience. Let your giving be between you and the Lord only. Period. Why do you give? Why do you do anything religiously? I'm done. We've gone over 5 minutes. We're going to pick it up tomorrow. Same theme, but this time it's going to be about prayer. Why do you pray? See ya. Have a great Thursday.